Any questions so far? Okay, so that was first method in which we took inflows and outflows as 100% and everything else was shown as a percentage of inflows or outflows. Second method of common size analysis is the one in which every line item is taken as a percentage of sales. So for example, this is your cash flow statement and these are your revenues. If I calculate each line item as a percentage of revenues, for example 20,000 divided by 100,000, then 1,000 divided by 100,000 and so on, that will become your common size cash flow statement with respect to percentage of sales. So if I calculate all of these line items as percentage of sales, you will see some cash flow statement like this. So again, key analysis would be that your net cash flow should be broadly in line with the sales. That is, if your sales are going up, net cash flow should also increase, and if your sales are going down, net cash flow should also decrease. So broadly speaking, your net cash flow as a percentage of sales should be consistent or should be stable. If it is not stable, you will need to find out reasons for variances. So if I look into this cash flow statement, it looks like that net cash flow as a percentage of sales has declined from 24% to 11%. So we need to analyze whether there is a real problem with the company or what are the reasons leading to this change. So on the face of it, it looks like there is a big problem. That is, company is not being able to convert its sales into cash. That is, company sales are increasing probably, or company is making more sales, but cash amount is reducing. So again, you will need to find out the reasons for it. On the face of it, it looks like a problem, but then again, first you will look at the sources and then you will look at the uses. So if we look into cash flow from operating activities, overall cash flow from operating activities has stayed stable as a percentage of sales, which means cash flow from operating activities does not have any problem. Operations are fine. Company has been able to convert its sales into cash with respect to customer receipt. कंपनी जितनी चीजें बेच रही है उतने ही पैसे कस्टमर से approximately same ले भी रही है. That is, cash flow from operations is consistent or stable as a percentage of total sales. So first question is looking at OCF or finding out whether OCF are stable or not. So they are stable. Second is that whether source of OCF is stable or not. So as we discussed, OCF can be derived through two sources. One is your income and other is your changes in working capital. So you need to find out whether this OCF is coming in from net income or from working capital changes. So if I look into it, major portion of OCF is coming from net income, and that has also remained stable, which means company has been able to convert its income into operating cash, and that is the major source of operating cash flows. Again, this is fine, this looks fine, and this looks stable. Then moving on to investing activities. Investing activities have turned from 3% to -6%, and financing activities outflows have increased from -1% to -4%. That means this decrease from 24 to 11% is primarily due to investments and financing activities. Operations are strong. Operations are still strong. This decrease is primarily coming in from investing activities and financing activities. So now you need to find out whether this investing activities or these financing activities that are leading to cash outflows, will they produce any positive results in future or not, and are they one-time expenditures or are these recurring outflows. So if I go into investing activities, I will find out that major outflow has happened due to purchase of an equipment. Overall, investing activities or purchase of equipments on recurring basis are small, that is approximately 1 to 2%. But in this year, a significant expenditure has been incurred, which means there has been significant capex, and this capex has led to outflow on the overall level or net decrease in cash on the overall level. So capex, as we discussed, is not bad. And capex can lead to future growth. Why? Because it is an investment into the expansion of the business. So that means this minus 6% is not a problem. So from 24 to 11, cash flow reduced by approximately 7%. From this 7%, minus 6% was due to investment activities, and it is not a problem but rather a positive sign. Then we go on to financing activities. In financing activities, we find out that major outflow is happening in repayment of long-term loan, which has gone from -1 to -3, which again is a positive sign, because when company pays off loan, its risk will reduce and its interest cost in future will also reduce. So that means even this 2% of increase in outflow is again a positive sign, which means although on net level net cash flow has reduced from 24% to 11%, but that is primarily due to investment, that is capex, and repayment of loan, which means that overall operations are still strong and inflows are still strong, and these two are already positive signs in themselves, because this can lead to future growth and this can lead to reduced risk and interest expense. This means that although net cash flow has decreased significantly, but this is not a problem, still company's cash flow statement is strong or showing strength. So again, do not just look at the net cash flow number, but find out what are the sources of cash and where is the cash being used, to be able to analyze whether cash flow statement is showing strength or not. So this is common size analysis as percentage of sales. So the question was, is a significant decline in net cash flow as percentage of sales a major problem here? So it is not really a big problem, because it is due to capex, repayment of loan, increased dividend payments, and increase in working capital requirements. All these factors are aligned with company's growth. As company grows, it has to do capex. As company grows, it has to make more investments in working capital. Operating cash flows are broadly stable as percentage of sales, thus reflecting strength. So whenever you are given a cash flow statement, make sure that you are able to properly analyze that what is happening, where is cash coming from, where is cash being used, and you should be able to come up with a conclusion whether cash flow statement is strong or not, whether there is a big problem with the cash flow statement or not, or what will happen in future. So from this analysis, key conclusions can be that maybe future growth will increase due to capex, and maybe future interest cost will decrease or interest expense will decrease due to decrease in loan, and operating cash flows are strong and are the primary drivers of net cash flow, which shows sustainability in cash flows, and it shows that in future company will continue to generate cash flows or cash inflows.